coming up next is going to be Big Show's final match. Oh, good God almighty. It's the Machine, Brian Cage. Weapon X. There lies Big Show's career. Here comes the NXT champion. Take a look at that sight. A fighting champion. And a deserving champion at that as well. There is your NXT champion. There is the face of this brand. I don't think I'll ever tire of saying that, knowing that it's not Corin. Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is NXT. The brand, the developmental brand, is still making its moves post-Brooklyn to ensure that it is set up and fine for the future. We saw that in the build-up last week. You saw that just a moment ago with what happened with the debut of the Machine, Brian Cage. That was one hell of a debut. He's in action here tonight as well. And, well, it's pretty simple to say, NXT looking pretty good right now. Kind of in a lull phase post-Brooklyn and some ways to go until the next one. But we're still in for some more entertaining matches here tonight, and this is the big one here tonight. A huge main event between these two women who still hate each other. There's still bad blood there from TakeOver Brooklyn, and they're going to square off one-on-one here tonight in the main event of the evening. Charlotte against the NXT Women's Champion, Tessa Blanchard. No one from NXT is allowed from ringside. No one from Trifecta is allowed at ringside. It is these two women simply squaring off with one another to prove who the better woman is. That is our main event of the evening. That is going to be one hell of a way to finish up this evening. As for now, though, we're going to start things off with tag team action. The duo of Hideo, Itami, and KUSHIDA against Ty Dillinger and EC3, the duo known as Perfect. So here we go with this one to kick off this evening's action of NXT. The duo of Itami and KUSHIDA, you know, still short in their that's what I'm looking for. Still short in their lifespan so far. And I think the biggest problem that we found of it is that Hideo Itami is a little bit egotistical. He thinks highly of himself, despite the fact I sent him down to NXT not long ago. But he thinks quite highly of himself. KUSHIDA's trying to sort him out. And then you have the duo of Perfect, who have every right to think quite highly of themselves, in all fairness, because A, they're called Perfect, and B, as a tag team, I don't think they've lost so far. So they're pretty damn perfect when it comes to working as a tag team. There's no doubt about that. However, what will they do here tonight in this one-on-one matchup against Itami and KUSHIDA remains to be seen. Hideo Itami is, you know, he's a fine athlete in his own right, but there was always something about Itami on ECW that just never clicked. He never seemed to get anywhere, never seemed to get anything going, always seemed to be stuck in second gear, and never felt like he was going to progress anywhere without something happening to him. And that's something, when the option is there and presented towards you, is NXT. That's just how things go. And we'll see how this one will go for him here, this tag team with KUSHIDA, who I think the last time we saw him was 2 weeks ago on NXT. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think it was, actually, being defeated by Cesaro in the main event, I believe it was. Nevertheless, you know, I'm not going to dwell on KUSHIDA's actions. There's no doubt about it in my eyes that I think this guy is highly talented, and I would like to see, I think, you know, KUSHIDA, he's only got bits and pieces to go, in my opinion. I think he's only got the last few bits left to sort out, and I think KUSHIDA could find his way onto a brand, you know, one of the top brands. I could even see him on ECW, of course. If KUSHIDA were to join the Cruiserweight division, that would be huge for this brand, for the brand. You know, you look at the Cruiserweight division right now. Hiromu Takahashi, Zack Sabre Jr., Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, Drew Gulak, Buddy Murphy. It's a list of names. And it's a great list of names to go with it as well. But would KUSHIDA want to stay in there, or would KUSHIDA want to go further? Would he want to go right up to the top? Would he want to try his hand at the bigger names, maybe? That could very well be the case, but we'll wait to see about that when he actually goes up to the main roster. As for right now, he's got this tag team match against Ty Dillinger and EC3. The Perfect 10 and the top 1% working together with one another, as they have been now for a number of weeks. And as I said, it's been nothing but daisies and roses for them, essentially. No tag team title opportunity to talk about yet, but for the most part, been plain sailing for them. A duo that comes together because of their natural ego that they have for one another, But at the same time, despite being egotistical, Ty Dillinger certainly has a way with the crowd. Look at the 10. Look at the 10 hounds, shall we say, from the crowd here in the Hammerstein Ballroom. EC3 is much more the egotistical one, just in every sense. He comes up out in that egotistical way as well. Dillinger ready for this one, no doubt about it. Looking to keep the streak going for the duo. Can they continue it, though, is the question. I think so long as this man keeps his head on straight, they find themselves in a very good chance every single time of keeping that undefeated streak ongoing. EC3 making his way out. Likes to show off his body, and to be fair, he has every right to show off his body. Look at those abs of his. Very well physique, very toned body, very. I would say by far and away the biggest guy in this matchup in terms of his body, and his natural ability within that ring is incredible as well. EC3 is I think still holds the record to this day for the longest ECW Tag Team Championship reign, which is something to think about. I think it clocks in at around 6 or 7 months. I don't remember the actual length of the reign right now, but I am almost 100% positive no one has topped it, which is certainly something to be proud of for this duo. And there's the pyro for EC3 as well, because of course, if you're in the top 1%, you deserve the pyro to go with it. The way for Itami and KUSHIDA to win this one basically is to try and neutralize the offense of these guys, play the match that they don't want them, that the duo of Perfect don't want to play, but that might be tough to pull off. We shall see. Hideo Itami will start things off in this one against Ty Dillinger. Collar elbow tight between the two, and fair play. Itami backing him all the way up to the turnbuckle. All the way up to EC3 there. Clean break between the two, but nothing much of a result of it after that. Hard elbow in the face now by Ty Dillinger sends Itami over the top rope. Just waiting to see how the action gets started here in this episode of NXT. Certainly I've done a lot of talking. Now it's time to see how the action goes. One champion in action here tonight, the NXT Women's Champion, of course. The NXT Champion, Tyler Bate, as much as he wants to be a fighting champion, was told by the NXT board, the NXT General Manager more specifically, to take the week off. That match at TakeOver, they don't know if it's caused injuries to Tyler Bate. He has not gone for a checkup, so I assume during the week he will go get himself checked, make sure he's okay, because he lost a lot of blood in the match. He landed on his neck on the outside far more than once. It's certainly for the best that he checks himself up to make sure that his body is 100%, or as close to 100% as it can be, and he's ready to continue on his reign as the NXT Champion. Still a great main event on its way regardless of that. Right now, KUSHIDA up on his feet. Double axe handle to the back of Ty Dillinger. Perfect 10 in a little bit of trouble there. Great bit of work by KUSHIDA. Ducked under the chop there and gets in with a dragon screw as well. And look at that leap as well from Ty Dillinger to make the tag. EC3 in this one. Had to jump over his tag partner, and that may be the reason why that didn't go as well as he'd like. Drop kick and a spear. Back up to his feet, and another drop kick will break KUSHIDA down. EC3 going to be the difference maker for Perfect in this one. There's the neck breaker to drive KUSHIDA down into the match. Here goes EC3, working at about 100 miles an hour from the very get-go. Up on the shoulders here. EC3 in with a buckle bomb. Itami was trying to get the tag in there, but it just was not going to happen. Here goes EC3 now. Look at how easily he's doing this. Look at how quickly KUSHIDA's flying over his head with a trio of German suplexes on his way. And again, KUSHIDA denied the tag, but forces him into his own corner. Double knees in the chest there. But KUSHIDA not going to get anywhere more than that. I think that was very in the moment thinking there by KUSHIDA, and I think it cost him not making that tag in there. Perfect are back in control now. Ty Dillinger back in control to go with it, consistently thwarting KUSHIDA's efforts, but KUSHIDA able to move out the way there. Caught though, diving fish drop from the Perfect 10. Double axe handle, missed on it. Will the tag be made into Hideo Itami? It will. Ty Dillinger made a mistake there. And here goes Itami now. Big time drop kick from Itami, and another one will bring down Tye Dillinger in this one. Itami's certainly more focused on the tag match this time out than what he was the last time. And he lifts up Tye Dillinger now. What are we going to see from Hideo Itami? The innovator of the GTS. What has he got in store for us? Nothing there. Dillinger able to stop him, and a lariat will bring him down to go with it. KUSHIDA down on the outside, and this 2-on-1 advantage has suddenly played extensively into the advantage of Perfect here. Double back body drop, indeed it is, from this duo. KUSHIDA getting himself up to his feet, but is he too late to stop anything? Running knee in the corner from EC3 will set up one final move, the 1%er. How quickly EC3 can turn the pacing of a match around. KUSHIDA clothesline down, but Itami kicks at it too. Oh, that's going to frustrate this duo. That is going to frustrate EC3 that he didn't put things away right there. Tye Dillinger has him up, Ushigoroshi, and he gets all of it. And Dillinger goes to Itami's own corner to try and end this. Incoming, perfect 10 from Dillinger. 1, 2, and 3 will end it. Perfect gets the win, and for a change, it is Tye Dillinger who gets the 3 count. Drilled him in the face there with the perfect 10. Itami might as well have been out of it following the 1%er that drilled him into the mat, and that ended it. And the streak keeps on going for these two guys. Perfect keep on rolling. Undefeated in tag team action to the best of my knowledge. Perfect record for the perfect team. It's perfect 10 and the top 1% rolling on here. But where does it end for them? I wouldn't know, but I think you could speculate where I'm pointing to. Great start for these two guys. It keeps on going. Itami and KUSHIDA, well, they've still got a lot of kinks to work out. There's no doubt about it. Let's move on anyway to our next contest of the evening here. A matchup that, for all intents and purposes, Pentagon Jr. should win. He's up in action next against Heath Slater. I mean, you look at the losing streak as of late for Pentagon Jr. The lists on there are endless. The lists on there, you know, there are some fine talents on there. I'm pretty sure the global champion is on there in Pete Dunne. You've got probably your Tyler Bates somewhere along there. Your guys who've been building up as well, like Tomohiro Ishii, maybe Leo Rush, Matt Riddle, those kind of guys. But it doesn't have anyone along the lines of Hideo Itami or a Darren Young or a Heath Slater. And if that gets added to the list, then my goodness, Pentagon Jr. is screwed. He is screwed if he loses this one here tonight. What do you do where what do you do once you've lost to Hideo Itami? Sorry, not to Hideo Itami. I'm shit talking to Hideo Itami, and I don't mean it. To Heath Slater. What do you do after that? I don't really know. I don't know. I'm saying this, but there's no way he should lose this one, in all fairness. If I know Pentagon Jr.'s been on a losing streak, I understand that, and I get that it's kind of been, you know, pretty poor for him. It's not gone the way that he wanted it to, understandable, but things undoubtedly should turn around in this one. So here we go. The bell rings are underway. And, oh, Heath Slater there. Heath Slater moving in fast. Heath Slater looking for a surprise win over Pentagon Jr. Rolling up Pentagon Jr. There's 2. Heath Slater just beat Pentagon Jr. You are kidding me. Oh, my God. It just happened. You have got to be kidding me. I cannot believe this happened. Slater just beat Pentagon Jr. and Pentagon Jr. is infuriated with this. What do you do now? What do you do now? Pentagon Jr. just lost to Heath Slater. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say to this. This is awful for Pentagon Jr. We may have just witnessed the end of Pentagon Jr.'s career. I don't know what to say. Where the hell does he go now? Well, I'm not too sure what all that was about at the end there, but nevertheless, we move on to our next contest here. Big Cass gonna go one-on-one against Brian Cage. I fear for Big Cass. If we saw what happened last week to another guy named Big in Big Show. Sure, it was his last match, but nevertheless, in that moment he was finished. Big Show was thrown around the ring. He was lifted up from the apron to the top turnbuckle by the work of this man, and we'll see how that'll go for Big Cass in this one now as he gets set to go one-on-one against the Machine, Brian Cage. I mean, Cass, you know, he seemed to get off to, he was getting off to a good start in this series of Universe, and then it just all plummeted downhill very quickly and never regained itself. He had his match against Leo Rush, which, yes, he lost, but he still looked pretty good in it the first takeover he was on. And from then on, it just went down, down, downhill. And I wonder where it'll go from here for him as he gets ready to face this man. What an impact he made last week with his debut, as you saw at the start of this show, him ending Big Show. Yes, it was Big Show's final match regardless of what happened, but the Machine, Brian Cage, undoubtedly gave Big Show a reason to not want to get back in the ring with the absolute work that he did. I mean, watching him just lift him up from the apron, deadlift him into a superplex or Falcon Arrow, whatever it was, that was outstanding. This guy truly is every bit of the namesake that he goes by in terms of the Machine. He is every bit of that, and there is nothing about him that you can laugh about. There is nothing about him that you can find funny. Every bit of him is serious, and every bit of him in that aspect is scary here in NXT. I don't know who wants to cross him. I don't think anyone would be sensible to try and cross him. Look at the physique of this guy. I talked about EC3 earlier on and how he looked and how great he looked. Well, Brian Cage just puts him to shame, and he puts Big Cass to shame as well. Oh, here we go. Bell rings are underway. How will this one go between these two? Big time lariat, missed on it, but Cage is fine with that. Immediately back in with a counter there. Oh my goodness, just... Are you kidding me? Big Cass is about 300 plus pounds, and he just did that to him. A 7-footer in the 300-pound region just got done like that, and then fall away slam, Samoan drop. Oh my goodness, Big Cass is being destroyed again by the work in this one of the Machine, Brian Cage. Cass trying to get himself out on the apron there. If I was Cass, I'd want to get myself through the crouch here and out to the streets of New York. I'd probably want to be safer. I'd probably be safer in New York than what I would be in this ring with Brian Cage right now. Cass finally able to counter a little something there, and a Russian leg sweep will turn things around, maybe into his favor. Note how the key word in that one is maybe. Irish whip over the top rope goes Brian Cage is sent to the outside as well. Big Cass at least trying to get in some offense in this one. And Cage will send him into the barricade, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. Powerbombed him down onto the steel. The steel barricade. What a landing to go through for Big Cass. Then into the ring pole after it. Brian Cage using the outside to the fullest extent. My goodness. How is this man still standing? How is Big Cass still on his feet after that? I don't know. But here he goes again. Here he goes again. Take a look at this deadlift. Falcon Arrow superplex. I don't know how this man does it, but he makes it look so easy every single time. And I was waiting for a superplex, but just look at this. Squatting with this man on his shoulders before hitting that suplex to go with it. Big Cass now trying to fight back, but there's not much going his way. Let's be real here. Cage counters him again. Oh, that's a nasty forearm in the face that I wouldn't want the receipt of. Everything the Cage is doing to Cass now, I'm just kind of used to it at this point, but it still is outstanding to witness how he does it with such ease. Cass in with a reversal. Back suplex. Not happening. Countered there by Brian Cage. Now what are we going to see from behind? Wait a minute. What the hell? Reverse choke slam from Cage. And one hand on the sternum of Big Cass, who forces his shoulder up early. Didn't look like a very convincing kick out, but it was a kick out regardless. Arm wrench lariat in there from Brian Cage. And oh, discus clothesline to go with it. Jesus Christ. And a discus clothesline will lead into the kick in the gut. Here we go. Big Cass has just found out that Weapon X has been unleashed. Weapon X to Cass. Cover made by Cage. There's 2. There's 3. Chalk another win up in the column for the Machine, Brian Cage. What an immediate impact this guy is making on NXT. There's no oh no, he's not done. Oh no, he's not done. He's stomping away now at Big Cass. What the hell? Where's he going? What is he going to do here? Oh my goodness. Brian Cage has just brought a table into the ring. Why? Why, oh why has Cage done this? For what reason is Cage doing this? This is dangerous now. This is a very dangerous thing to happen in this ring. Brian Cage. Pop a powerbomb to a table. Jesus Christ. He just lifted Big Cass to it like he was nothing. The Machine, Brian Cage, taking another victim as his quest to NXT continues. Big Cass down and maybe done as well. Another one in the column for the Machine. Well, the medical team is out to make sure that Big Cass is alright. We'll get an update on that when we can. But as for now, we are doing a debut here on NXT from what I've been told. I have no idea who this is. The place has just gone dark. Okay. Hang on, let me look through my piece of paper here. Let's see if I have anything on this guy. No. I have nothing. I don't have an alias on my sheets of paper of people who I thought could have been making their debut. I had a great deal of people worked up here because I was told a debut was happening, but I had no idea it'd be this guy. I don't know anything about this guy. He doesn't exactly look like he's a full-time wrestler, to be fair, but nevertheless, Elias has just made his debut in this universe. Looks to be kind of a stoic kind of guy. Looks to be a kind of guy who I'm not really too sure what I'm trying to say about him, but he looks to be a kind of guy who relies very much so upon the life of his guitar, the life of what he does outside of this ring. Those dollar bills in his guitar as well. Very interesting character we've got in our case here in NXT. Nevertheless, he is making his debut here tonight against Titus O'Neil. And there is O'Neil ready for this one. Elias on the other side of the ring. Well, regardless of what I thought about this guy, he is in great condition. Here he goes now, making his debut against Titus O'Neil. A very strong benchmark to try and prove yourself against, I guess. But I have absolutely nothing on this Elias. I have no idea who he is. I have no idea what he does in this ring. I have no idea any of his big moves. I don't know anything about this guy, but what I do know right now is he was more than able to handle himself in that collar elbow tie-up right there. Knee in the face there of Titus O'Neil to go after it. O'Neil trying something here, but not really getting much luck against Elias, who with a lariat brings him down there. See what else Elias is going to do here. Great strength from Elias to slam someone like Titus O'Neil. That's about 270 pounds. Easily slamming Titus there. Bringing him in now. Has the arm hooked in. Lifts him up in the air just by using his arm. And drops him down. Elias looking great so far in his debut, whoever he may be. Titus O'Neil in big trouble here. Cover made on O'Neil now, who's able to kick out at 1. Hard kick in the back will drive him back down there. Elias picking him right back up, picking up where he left off. O'Neil, though, not going to make it as simple as a debut as Elias would want it to be. Where did NXT find this guy from is my question. I have absolutely no idea, but he certainly is making an impact right now. Nice hit, nice suplex there. Held on to it for a long period of time as well to make it look even better. Goes back up to the second rope here. Going to go for another elbow drop. This time Titus, though, was able to read where that one was coming from and evaded. O'Neil now getting in. Some offense. What can Titus do here? His natural strength giving him an advantage there. He hits the power slam on Elias. Goes into the cover. Trying to spoil the debut of this new man, but certainly not much going on there for him. Attempted strike. Countered by Elias. Turns him round. Forearm in the back here. Rolling. Yes. Rolling cutter from Elias. Goes into the cover. Hooks the leg. Hoping to put this away. But Titus still causing problems and kicking out the count of 2. What more does this Elias guy have in store for us here? Titus O'Neil was hoping for something, but it hasn't panned out in any way how he would want it to. O'Neil being held down there by Elias, and hard elbow from this guy now. Striking him down to go with it as well. No remorse shown from Elias in this one so far. And now up and over the top rope goes Titus O'Neil. To the outside we're going here. How will this one square up? O'Neil not exactly interested in a fight on the outside. He's more interested in just trying to fight back in general right now. Elias slid back in the ring. Good strikes hit there. Oh, stopped in his tracks. Turned back around. Look at that German suplex from Elias. Elias now dragging Titus O'Neil into the middle of the ring, lifting him up, calling for silence, and a neck breaker from Elias. Caught him great with that twisting neck breaker, and that will do it as well. Elias, your winner off of that neck breaker. I had no idea who this guy was. And there is your winner in his NXT debut. Elias has arrived to NXT and has taken care of Titus O'Neil very early on. I still have no idea about this guy, and if I don't know, then maybe the NXT general manager doesn't know either. But regardless of it, there is your winner. Elias carries that guitar. Seems everywhere he goes. And he celebrates another win here. Another win? His first win. Elias has arrived here anyway. And now it is up to us to realize who he is and what he does from here on out. That much is for certain. Let's move on to our next contest, though. Very interesting debut for him. Let's move on to our main event of the evening. What a match it's going to be, though. Let's get right into it. I cannot wait any longer. Charlotte versus Tessa Blanchard. Alright, well, here we go. Main event time. The women of NXT get another chance to main event to try and prove themselves in the great way that they tend to, in all fairness. And what better way to do it than with a kind of main event that we've got on our hands right now between Charlotte and Tessa Blanchard. The talent these two women possess is incredible. The knowledge that these two women may also have of one another is incredible. I mean, you flash back to the days of the Four Horsemen years and years ago. And, well, Charlotte's father, Ric Flair. Tessa Blanchard's father-in-law now, I guess, or stepfather, whatever the term is. Tully Blanchard. Pretty self-explanatory there. Nevertheless, even though these two women may share the names of legends in this business. What they certainly don't share is respect for one another. And what they certainly will not share for one another is a commodity, a friendship, a sibling relationship. These two women are rivals. There is no doubt about it. These two women despise one another. Charlotte represents the women of NXT, and Trifecta represents that which is known as Trifecta, the de facto leader of it, and now the NXT Women's Champion to boot. Won the title, of course, inside the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber, bested everyone else to hold on to that title, and now the title still remains around Trifecta. It still belongs to Trifecta, but now it belongs to none other than the leader of Trifecta, in Tessa Blanchard. The rules are simple when it comes to Trifecta, in all fairness. So long as the leader, so long as one of them, has the belt, then they are more than happy to hold on to it. And then they don't care who has it, and that is the mentality that they're going with right now. So let us see what will happen in the main event of this evening when these two women collide. Like I said earlier on in the evening, no women from NXT allowed from ringside, no Trifecta allowed at ringside. It is just these two women colliding one-on-one with each other. No outside interference, no distractions, no BS, nothing like that. It is just a pure one-on-one matchup between these two. We've seen these two square off in the ring before. Battle Royals, the Elimination Chamber, an attack here and there, and well, the most notable one being a pre-match attack just before the Women's Elimination Chamber. I think after Charlotte had been Santana Garrett in one-on-one action. Right now, Blanchard from the start wants to try and out-wrestle Charlotte here. Wrenching on the arm there in that hammerlock position, and then with her back to him, went for the lariat. Great duck from Charlotte, and a forearm brings the NXT Women's Champion down. First match for either woman since the what was the word I was looking for there? Since the Women's Elimination Chamber. Now here tonight they are going one-on-one with one another. Did they even meet in the chamber? I'm not 100% certain that they did. Charlotte might have been eliminated by then. Either way, they are colliding right now. Big lariat there from Tessa Blanchard brings Charlotte down. Hauling Charlotte back up to her feet here. Will she connect with something big? Drop kick, went for it. Charlotte evaded it. Just too close to her there. But it hasn't panned out the way that Charlotte wanted it to, because Tessa Blanchard has found her way back in this one now. Short arm lariat. The NXT Women's Champion is in control here. She has the lead right now of this contest over Charlotte. Running in the corner, blasting her with a flying forearm to go with it. Look at the strength to slam her down into the mat as well. Didn't even get more than a 1 count though. But regardless of that, Charlotte is looking in big trouble right now. In the corner, looking for the chops against Charlotte, who responds by sending her over her head with that suplex. Well hit indeed. Chinlock applied there, sent her into the mat. Let's see what else happens here. Charlotte might have been hoping for something big. Countered there from Blanchard. Is this match? You know, this match kind of be going a little bit chill right now, wondering when it'll pick itself up a little bit. Double underhook suplex. Cover here by Blanchard, and only a 1 count. I think these two women are just trying to get into a feeling out period with one another still. They know each other quite well, and they know what they got to try and do to beat the other here. Pulling those arms back on Tessa Blanchard. That is excruciating pain. Charlotte, though, looked like she's going to be able to get herself out of this one. And indeed she is. Elbow in the chest there. Charlotte now. Neck breaker. Yes. Turning things around just a little bit for herself here, but enough where she can maybe be in control. Lifting Blanchard up now. Taking her, not too sure what Tessa Blanchard, not sure what Charlotte had in mind there. She passed the ropes in the turnbuckle and whiffed on both opportunities to find something to do. Irish whip, though, from Blanchard now. Ducks under. Drop kick to the leg. Missed it. Charlotte with a hard forearm in the face. And a kick in the gut. Charlotte here might be looking for a huge win. Natural selection to the NXT Women's Champion. Middle of the ring. Nowhere to turn. 1, 2, and kick out from Blanchard at 2. But Charlotte realizes there's a chance right in front of her to act here. She has a great chance. She's gonna fly with with an attempted splash that missed on its target there. And Blanchard with another lariat will bring her down to the mat. And now just slamming her head repeatedly. Over and over again into the mat there. Forearm shots coming in now. Slaps to go with it. Blanchard has regained control. The NXT Women's Champion firing off here on Charlotte. Russian leg sweep brings her down, and Blanchard's going to the top rope. This is dangerous territory because you know Blanchard has something dangerous in mind. Oh, went for a huge senton splash there and missed it. Charlotte, leg DDT there, softening that up for the figure 8. Covers Blanchard now. There's one. And not going to get much more than that, all things considered. She's going to rake the eyes here. Most certainly is. Sends Blanchard into the turnbuckle to go with it. Counter by Blanchard, though. Went for a slap. Counter by Charlotte. This match starting to fire up a little bit now. The counters are starting to come up between these two women. On the top rope now. Oh no. Oh boy. This is going to be dangerous. Top rope. Hurricanrana from Blanchard. Charlotte is down and she could well be out as well. That is a long, long way for Blanchard to fly, and I think even she knew it. She drops down. Oh, there's Magnum though. Look at the run up she got for it as well. The amount of effort and force that would have been put into that version of it. Running variation of Magnum. There's 2 and a kick out from Charlotte at 2. Not gonna happen there. And Blanchard gets met with double knees in the back as well from Charlotte, who gets a twisting corkscrew neck breaker as well. Cover here on Blanchard, again trying to put her away, and again only able to secure the 1 count. Oh, Charlotte up on that top rope. Oh, second rope rather, and comes down with a hard splash on the back. Not going to get much more than that, though. Tessa Blanchard denies it, counters her now. Backstabber from behind. Beautifully executed. Blanchard into the cover. Looking to put away Charlotte, who kicks at it too. Now what does she have in mind here? The NXT Women's Champion. Trying to do everything she can to put Charlotte through great pain. Look at this hold right now. Look at the way it's locked in here. Bow and arrow stitched in. But Charlotte able to get out of it. Blanchard having to kick out there before a cover could have been made. Charlotte going to the top rope. Blanchard might have hit her head there on the way down. Charlotte up high. Ducks down at the best time, but rolled right into that neck breaker. Counter though. Charlotte in maybe. No, up on the shoulder shit. What are we going to see now? Oh, backpack stunner from Charlotte. And she hopes that'll be enough. There's the cover again and another 1 count. But Charlotte will take things 1 step further. Here she goes. Top rope now. Moonsault. She got it. Covers Blanchard again. And Blanchard kicks out right away. The NXT Women's Champion doesn't want to fall to anything. And certainly doesn't want to fall to Charlotte. Counter on Charlotte now. And a disrespectful slap in the face to go with it. Blanchard getting desperate now, trying to roll up Charlotte. Charlotte in the ropes though. It is all on the line in this one right now. Neck breaker again from Charlotte. She got all of it. Will she go for the figure 8? Will she look for natural selection? She's in the prime place. Dead center. Middle of the ring. Charlotte's going to go for it. Charlotte's going to go for it, and she's got it. Figure 4, transition, figure 8 locked in. Figure 8 locked in, middle of the ring. This is where she would pray for trifecta to make the difference, but Blanchard has to fight out, and she is managing it. She slips out of it. Somehow, Blanchard escapes the hold, but Charlotte remains in control. Another neck breaker and another cover in this one. And not even a 1 count can be secured. Say what you will about trifecta, and I've certainly said a lot of negative about them. Tessa Blanchard is proving why she's the champion right now. She has to do more here, or else she is suffering a defeat at the hands of Charlotte. She is slipping her way out there. Reverse DDT. And Charlotte in now. Kick in the gut. Oh, the underhook DDT. The arm hook DDT has put Tessa Blanchard in a perfect place. And Charlotte in the worst place possible. Blanchard. Magnum from Blanchard. Cover on Charlotte. 1, 2. And Charlotte kicks out at 2. And the frustration on Blanchard's face tells the whole story. How did that not finish the job? How did she not put away Charlotte there? And Charlotte keeps on getting up to her feet now. Neck breaker from Charlotte to Blanchard. Charlotte picks up Blanchard and gets the spear. She gets the spear. And again, another cover made. And another 1 count is all she gets out of it. Oh, what a match this has been. What a main event this has been. That might have been natural selection counted. She's still got the enziguri though. Charlotte lifting up Tessa Blanchard here, looking for something. Snapmares her down. Hard elbow in the face there from Blanchard. Clothesline, missed it. It's all going on by there. I'm not too sure what was either one was hoping for, but they both seem to miss on it. I think that was just the fatigue of this matchup setting in. Counter again here from Tessa Blanchard. And she lifts up Charlotte once more with what she's got left in it. Magnum! Magnum! Didn't try going to the top rope. Didn't try a run up. Just drilled her in the face with it. Magnum connects. Cover on Charlotte. 1, 2, 3. That will do it. Tessa Blanchard wins in the main event of NXT. Oh my goodness. What a contest that was. What a main event that was. No doubt about it. But in the end, it is Trifecta who finds themselves with another win to their name. Tessa Blanchard wins. The NXT Women's Champion in her first match with the belt around her waist, getting off to just the result she wanted. What a main event though. Wow. Incredible to witness. But Blanchard is your winner, and it begs the question, when does Trifecta come to an end, and who can stop Trifecta to go with it? Don't really know to either of them. That'll end this episode of Universe though. Thank you guys for watching. Take care guys, and ta-ra.